great things, and because he has, we believe wholeheartedly that greater things are in store. Anybody believe that in your heart? And let me tell you, don't let anybody tell you that you don't have a right to believe that greater is in store, because all it is standing on the principle of Scripture. 1 Corinthians 2:9, but as it is written. Tell somebody it's written. Tell somebody else it's written. I have not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God, somebody say God hath prepared for them that love him. Anybody love him in here? Well, it is written that you have greater in store. It is a reality that we are surrounded with such a great cloud of witnesses. Coming also off of chapter 11, he said, now I've given you all of these roll calls in the hall of faith. He says, so as you go forward in this holy faith, remember you have some folks that surround you. And see, brothers and sisters, what are you going to do as you get towards the better? Keep your ears to the cloud. See, here's what the cloud is. The cloud of witnesses is the host of personal, historical, and communal personalities who have passed from this life, but whose life, wisdom, example, courage, and resilience continue to inspire and compel us to live our best life and our best selves. Brothers and sisters, what are you talking about? You know mama who's gone on, or daddy who's gone on, or granddad. You remember what they told you. They told you don't put all your eggs in one basket. They told you that just because it look good to you, it ain't. Everything that glitters ain't. They taught you a work ethic. They may not have gotten all the money, but they went to work every day. They made sure that they provided. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that cloud of witnesses. I'm talking about the cloud of witnesses that when you want to do something you know better, you can hear them in your ear. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Tell you better not do that. That's the cloud of witnesses. Anybody got some folks in your cloud? That's some big mamas and deacon so-and-sos and mother so-and-sos and sister so-and-sos and people we thought were our blood family, but they really wasn't our blood family, but they helped us to see where we were going. Tell you something, I've learned that sometimes you have to be positive when all hell is breaking loose, because what you are doing, you are actually issuing a positive declaration that what isn't now is going to be, because you are confident in God's ability to bring it to pass. And sometimes you've got to speak hope when it looks hopeless. You've got to speak life when it looks lifeless. You've got to speak ableness when it looks like there is no way out, because somebody in here today is a living witness that God can and will make a way out of no way. Is that anybody's testimony in here? Has anybody ever seen God go through and make ways where they said you couldn't do it? This church is a living testimony. This sanctuary, this property, everything because somebody knows that God is greater than any obstacle. What are you talking about? Run. Because see, it didn't say walk. And see, the word run suggests to me a sense of urgency. Many of us who are here during the last watch of Bishop's life, he would talk about being urgent about certain things. And see, some of us, we don't live with a sense of urgency. We think we got time to do this, that, or the other. But the truth of the matter is you don't know how much time you really have. Anybody know what I'm talking about? You don't know if you're going to get to see tomorrow morning. So we need to run with urgency, but we need to keep our head up. What is that suggesting? He said, looking unto Jesus. Because see, if you don't keep your head up looking unto Jesus, you will look at your distractions and you will look at your distractors. You will look at your problems and you will worship at the shrine of your problems. You will look at how hard it is and throw your hands up and say, I quit. You will look at all of the frowning people around you instead of looking at the one who can carry you through. Is there anybody in Temple today who knows about the power of keeping your head up, looking at Jesus, the one who said, if I started it in you, I'm going to bring it to pass. Looking unto Jesus, who says there's nothing too hard for God. Looking unto Jesus, the one who says, I've qualified you with my favor. And see, today I can testify that Temple is a church that has the favor of God. I'm not talking about some $7 prayer line favor. I'm not talking about a $45 miracle. I'm talking about the hand of God that has been on this church since the day it began. I'm talking about when you look unto Jesus, you might not have all the money, but God can take 2 pieces of quarters over here and $4 over here and build a sanctuary. God can take $725 over here and $150 over here and pay off a mortgage. God can take some folks who are willing to put their houses up so the church can secure the property, knowing that God is going to make a way. Is there anybody who's ever kept your eyes on Jesus? You heard all the bad things, but all you knew was trouble in my way. I have to cry sometime. I laid awake at night, but that's all right, because Jesus will fix it. How many folks have kept your eyes on Jesus and you saw Jesus fix it? He might not have fixed it in 2 days, but your testimony is that he did fix it.